Hello lovely friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to share what I've been working on today. As you can see, this week is a very different medium. We're getting into resin art and I'm going to take you through the process of how I created this beautiful ocean themed piece. So thank you so much to all of my subscribers and my members, Silver Dove, Jill and Linda. If you watch my videos regularly, please do subscribe. It helps keep my channel going. So today is another Talent Tuesday where my lovely friend Kim and I are doing what we fancy. And today I've got ocean resin art for you. Before we get started, a huge thank you to the amazing team at Let's Resin for sending me a few of their products to try out. I've had so much fun with them and I'll be talking about them throughout this video. So first up, they sent me their epoxy resin. As you probably know, resin art uses two parts, part A and part B, and you mix them equal parts. And those of you who like measuring will be very happy to see that I did measure. This stuff is spot on. It mixed beautifully and cured perfectly. And as for the waves, I use their ocean white paste. This stuff is awesome. It's highly pigmented and makes creating those realistic waves so much easier. Here's their fabulous heat gun. It's a special attachment. I've used heat guns before, but this one created some truly beautiful and unique shapes in the resin, which you'll see in a minute. And beautiful pigments to use at a later date. Thank you so much, my sweet friends at Let's Resin. So even before I touched the resin, I started with an acrylic paint background. It's a great way to add an extra layer to the depth and realism. And for the sand, I used a couple of different gold acrylics. So I used Arteza Gold, which we'll see in a second, along with Pebeo Rich Gold and Pebeo Iridescent Gold. And as you can see, I just worked it all together on a spare piece of paper and then applied it to the board. This gave me a really realistic base with a lovely golden shimmer that shines through the resin. What's shown you here is I actually added half of that to some resin, mixed it all in together, then I put that on the base first, as you can see here, and then added the extra bits of sand mixed in gold, give that realistic sand effect. Then for the ocean part of the background, I used a mix of different blues to get that deep ocean look, and this really helped me to enhance the colours of the ocean and the golden sand, making them pop even more once the resin was poured. As you can see here, I've got a mixture of different blues. I've got primary blue, ultramarine blue, Pebeo blue green, Pebeo green blue, golden teal and peacock by Deco Art. So there's a little glimpse there. So I started off with using the ultramarine blue at the top, and I blended it with the primary blue and just went into different colours that went along, and then I just did freestyle as to what felt good and whatever colours I fancied. And I'm using different gradients of blue, but at the same time I'm just going over and over and over it, and it's just the most cathartic thing to do, just blending all those blues in. And that's golden teal there, and then I add on a bit of peacock blue there, and then there's metallic green as well that I used by De La Rowney, but I probably didn't need that. I could probably have just used my green blue. I preferred the green blue by Pebeo. So yeah, so I'm just blending here, and I use the brightest and lightest colour right onto the sea line, and then I'm going to show you in a second how I create those amazing waves with the ocean white paste from Let's Resin. Oh my goodness. So as you can see, it's really easy to blend. I just use a nice wide brush, take a nice bit of paint, and then just blend and keep making sure that I'm using the lightest stuff, the lightest paint right towards the sea line. So I've just about finished my blending there. Just got a few finishing touches. Music and the finishing of the blending of the sky as I play some music, and I'll be back shortly as I begin pouring the resin. I think the colours here just make me feel like that feeling of summer again. So if you're anything like me, I'm a very mucky pup when it comes to pouring resin. So I covered my hair, my eyes, and I wore a mask as always. Those fumes, you don't want to get them in your lungs. So safety first, everybody. I started by mixing the resin and using measuring cups, making sure you've got exact part A and part B. A plus B equals fantastically mixed resin, and then you mix for 3 to 5 minutes. Make sure you've got a nice well ventilated space, and then I pour this clear layer over the top of my painted board. But the most fun part was this part, the ocean white paste. This is a nice drizzle of white paste to about 15 mils of resin. So you basically put enough white paste in there so you've got a milky consistency. I just had to pour this really slow for you because it's the most exciting part of it, just before the blowout, just to create those beautiful waves. So you just drizzle it on top, and then the magic happens with a heat gun. You can see that I've got a lovely silicone lid to it that you put on to stop the silicone getting onto the gun, and then it's got a lovely little holdall, the heat gun, and it's got this head which gives you accuracy when going for the waves. So you put it at a 45-degree angle down at the top, at the bottom of the white paste, and then making sure that you just really evenly let it flow upwards. You can just see how beautiful this is with the sails and almost that sort of feeling of the sea being drawn back into the ocean. The magic happens with this heat gun, and the paste moves with the heat, creating beautiful, foamy, natural looking waves. I just love how it made them turn out. What do you think? This is layer 1, and in a second I do layer 2, and I want to show you the details, like the waves and the texture of the sand. After I blew the waves out, I decided to leave it for 24 hours until it cured, and then see if I could add another layer, and I prefer it with the second layer, but I'd love to know what you think. So to add the starfish and the little bits on top of the sand, I pick up with the tweezers an item like the piece of driftwood and the shells and the starfish, just literally dipping it into the resin and placing it wherever I fancy. And so after I did that, it cured, and I decided to go for a second layer of waves. I'd love to know what you think about the first layer as it is, and then the second layer. So it was completely cured after 24 hours, and it did look really good. The coverage was amazing. I was so impressed with it. But I also was wondering what to do about keeping all of the sand in place. So I was dipping the sand little bits in resin and doing the same thing, and I thought, first of all, I'll put another layer of waves on, and then I will see. So I added the final layer of clear resin, and then on top of that I'm going to put my last layer of that magical white paste to give it more of an emphasis of the sea being drawn back into the ocean. So I've got a much thinner line this time, and I'm going about 1 inch up from where I was before, and then I thought I'd do another little wave off to the right hand side and blow very gently. So I've got clear resin all the way on the top half of the painting, and then I've just got the white paste mixed with resin on top. Pop my heat gun on, 45-degree angle, and work the waves up evenly, one bit at a time. So if you're a beginner and you're doing waves for the first time, I really do recommend using this resin and white paste together. And if you want to follow the tutorial and let me know what you think, I would really love to know your thoughts. This is the second resin beach scene that I've done, and I would recommend all these products. I have other heat guns, and I found this one you're able to get up and close and personal the resin without burning it, but also having that really good strength of blow in the gun. So yeah, I'd love to know what you think if you've used this heat gun from Let's Resin. I also found I didn't have many bubbles at all, and the heat gun seemed to get rid of the bubbles, so I was so impressed by that. So I'd definitely use the resin again, and I'd definitely use the heat gun again, and I'm going to explore with pigments next time too. So I'd love to know what you think about this piece of resin art. In the end, I ended up putting some clear resin on the bottom part too. Do you think it detracts or adds to the sand? I'd love to know your thoughts. Huge thanks to Cassie from Let's Resin. It's been so much fun collaborating with you, and I've absolutely loved trying out the products that you sent me. The links for the products, the heat gun, the white paste and the resin, are in my description below. Let's go and check out what Kim has created today. My wonderful friend from Kim's Art Alchemy. So I'll pop the link to her beautiful resin creation, which I think is a flower today, in the description and comments below. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. What do you think? Would you like to see some more resin art, or would you like me to go back to my acrylic pouring? And don't forget that your art is a piece of you. Keep shining. I hope to see you again soon. And if you're enjoying my videos, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribed. It really helps keep my channel going. I hope to see you again soon. Take care. Bye.